Oh man. Remember school? What's happening, everyone? Welcome. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you skipping class today. You skipped class, you played hooky. Which when I was a kid, I heard someone say, I'm playing hooky. And I was like, ooh, I'll get my stick. Thought it was hockey. Welcome back. We're continuing Three Friends, Gentle Giant, with this next track, Schooldays, the second track off of their album. I hope that you guys are enjoying it. I know you enjoy Gentle Giant. I mean, I almost said who doesn't, but of course, not everybody does. That's okay. That's okay. When I say think of something from school, what's like your first popping in your brain when you think back to school? And I'm talking like elementary school, okay? I'm talking like before you were, 10 years old or so. What's your first early school memory? Mine is... So we were playing on a playground, and I was playing with one of the kids, and I don't know what thought came into my head, but he was playing on top of one of the little tires, and I pushed him off the tire. I don't know why. I don't know why. It was one of those intrusive thoughts. And he started crying. He started crying. And I hid. I hid on the playground. And I distinctly remember this. The teacher gathered the class together to try and find me. Now, thinking about it now as an adult, she was probably freaking out like, oh my God, I just lost a kid. But eventually I felt bad, and I came out from my hiding place, and I was in trouble. I think that was the first time I was ever in trouble in school. And then my dad had to come pick me up. Oh man, it was a thing. Anyways, hope you guys are having a lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. Schooldays, Gentle Giant, let's do it. I want to take this one slow. I want to approach this one a little more cautiously than perhaps other videos. I want to take my time. On a first listen, I think this is one of the best songs I've heard from Gentle Giant. I think this is absolutely killer. This is easily, without a doubt, one of the best songs I've heard from them. Let me take you back really quick, all right? Let's go back to the first Gentle Giant song that I personally ever heard, right? You can go back. First track off of Octopus, Advent of Pernurge. All right? First thing that caught me immediately were their unique sense of vocal stylings, harmonization, juxtaposition, and contrast between one another, all the members of the band. It's one of their coolest facets. It's one of the facets I love about the band, and anytime it shows up, I'm immediately giddy with excitement. So you know I loved it here. It's like a hushed harmonization, a hushed variety of colors that are just constantly flashing back and forth as they go through that run there. That is progressively mystical. It is so unique. It's a different dimension when they do it. I don't think that I've ever heard another artist or band play with the vocals the same way that they do. I would say that the closest I can come up with on the spot is like a barbershop quartet. The way that they utilize their voices. In a similar fashion, Gentle Giant do the same thing, but with a little bit more of a Renaissance flair. A troubadour fare. The intro, which I'm not 100% sure on what, but the intro which sounded like guitar being played with like a xylophone was brilliantly built up. So playful, so exquisite, and then eventually leading you into the main melody. And when that main melody comes in, that verse with those vocals we just talked about, the drums. Okay, listen, I'm a millennial, okay? I grew up around a lot of bass. And I'm not talking like boom, 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 boom. I'm talking like 808s, hip hop, and stuff like that, right? I love it. I love pretty much all music, but like I just grew up with that sound. So anytime like that comes in, like a beat like that, the way that they did it here, and how long ago, it was shocking. It's incredibly surprising. I love when they do that. And they fit so well into that groove. And then I believe there was some Mellotron also interjected in there. There's a child who begins to sing/speak, kind of performing this narrative that's really enjoyable. The music is dynamic and yet it has a flow to it, right? I think that progressive music in general is one of those genres where you could be stereotypical of it and say, oh, it's just always changing. It's saying how many time changes can we fit into a track? How pompous can we make it? How pretentious can we make it? And I think that would be kind of unfair. I can see and understand how those arguments can be lobbied at certain bands or lobbed at certain bands, such as Gentle Giant. I can see it. But I think this would be one of those songs that proves people wrong. One of those songs that has everything except the kitchen sink and perhaps even a faucet or two. And yet it's extremely streamlined, it's dynamic, it keeps your attention, but if you want to groove, there's moments to groove. If it's an endurance race, it's a marathon, at the same time it's a sprint, but by the end of the finish line, you're kind of wanting to circle back around. Like, honestly, I'm kind of wanting to listen to the track again. It was just so good. Let me come back to this medieval rap. Isn't that a beautiful call and response and echo just within this chamber that we have? With that powerful bassy thump behind it. The melodic mystical music that was captured before in the intro still kind of playing a certain line underneath it all. Beautifully soft singing. Love that piano, those chords that start to build up from there. And what I like about the singing, in particular in this track, and in a lot of Gentle Giant's music, is when it's in these quieter, more hushed tones, a lot more emphasis is placed on the atmosphere and the space with which the vocals are surrounded. So there, to me, it sounds like they're being sung in an old cathedral within some old castle in which the walls hold many secrets from many years and centuries before. It just speaks in a different volume than other times or other bands. And so when a complicated and obtuse band such as Gentle Giant take away all the flair and just bring it down to atmosphere, it's sensational. Mm-hmm. And yet, when they do flare up, this track wowed me. Such a unique sway that they have in their spirit. I mean, this is easily, I think, on a first listen, but honestly, my first impressions are usually pretty consistent with how I feel about a song. I think this is one of Gentle Giant's best tracks. The bell rings and all things are calling. The days pass, the play's cast. I like that. Like life, these three friends, the play is cast. They are the characters in the play. Kind of like the die also being cast, and now fate and life are going to go forward from those. Remember September. Do you remember? Ooh! Alright. When we were together, school days, the happy days. I think September is probably like the beginning of the school year, I would imagine. I think August is the beginning over here. I don't know, it depends on your grade. School days, the happy days, when we were going nowhere. School time, the happy time, we were feeling no care. When you were that young, you don't have a care in the world. You're not going anywhere. You know? You're not necessarily worrying about like the days ahead. You're just enjoying the day as it is. And I think that there's something to be learned from that. You know, remember that. School days when we three said that we'd better be friends forever. How long is ever? Isn't it strange? School days together, why do they change? How long is ever? Isn't it strange? How long is forever? Did kites fly and I spy and you cry to run fast or come last? Great rhyming, by the way. You know how we made vows? They're gone now. We made friends, we broke friends, no more friends. School days, the happy days when we were going nowhere. Repeat that, repeat that. Remember when we together went to the sea? Seagulls scream and pink ice cream in the deep blue sky and the waves seem high and golden brown sand. I love the way that part is sung. Absolutely mystical. And the town brass band plays on. Wait for me, wait for us always, wait for me. It's just time moving forward. The friends that you had when you were younger may not be the friends that you have now or when you're older. Mr. Watson wants to see you in the master's room. It's about the work you should have done, and I think you must go now. So at that point, that's the kid who's repeating those lines. And I would imagine that's just, you know, one of these three friends kind of reminiscing on that. Remember gone, how long is ever? Isn't it strange? School days together, why do they change? Time waits for no one. Time waits for absolutely no one. And I think I've mentioned it before in other videos, but nostalgia is one of the strongest feelings that a person can feel. And I think we're kind of having a nostalgic trip. I think even deeper than nostalgia, it's more of just a remembrance, more of just a looking back with fondness and thinking to yourself, where did the days go? How the years have passed by from then. Where are all my friends? Where are my two other friends? Can we possibly reconnect? There's a lot to gather from this. But seriously, like, what a beyond solid track. This is awesome to me. Let me know what you guys thought, though. I hope that you enjoyed it. I think that you did. I'm 99% sure you did. Hope you're having a wonderful day, guys. Thank you as always for being here. I appreciate you. Whether you come here every day, once every week, once a month, you just come by. Thank you for visiting me. Appreciate you remembering me. Follow me in a bunch of places if you so wish, but if not, you're a fish, and I'll see you later. That was pretty good, actually. Bye.